Hello students, welcome to Mathematics Point. In our today's video, we will learn about Introduction to Trigonometry, which is actually a very important, a new topic for class 10 students. So let us move ahead. Now, in order to understand the concept of trigonometry, we first have to imagine some situations. See, we have already studied about the triangles and in particular right angle triangles in our earlier classes. Let us take some examples from our surroundings where right triangles can be imagined to be formed. For example, suppose the students of a school are visiting Qutub Minar. Now, if a student is looking at the top of the minar, a right triangle can be imagined to be made as in figure 1. So you can see this is Qutub Minar and this is a student who is looking at the top of the Qutub Minar. So you can imagine a line right from his eye to the top of the Qutub Minar. So in this situation, we can assume a right angle triangle. Now, how this right angle triangle would help us to find the height of the Qutub Minar without actually measuring it. Let us talk about one more situation. Suppose a girl is sitting on the balcony of her house located on the bank of a river. She is looking down at a flower pot placed on a stair of a temple situated nearby on the other bank of the river. A right triangle is imagined to be made in this situation as shown in figure 2. So here is a house. The girl is here at her balcony and this is the temple and this is a pot, flower pot. The girl is looking down at this flower pot. So we can imagine a line right from her eye to the flower pot. In this situation also, you can see a right angle triangle is formed. So now the girl is thinking, how can she find the width of the river without actually measuring it? So in both the situation, how the trigonometry would help us to solve the problem. In all the situations given above, the distance or the height can be found by using some mathematical techniques, which come under a branch of mathematics called trigonometry. The word trigonometry is derived from the Greek word tri, that means three, gon, that means sides, and metron, that means measure. So in all, the meaning of the word trigonometry is three sides measurement. In fact, trigonometry is the study of a relationship between the sides and angles of a triangle. The earliest known work on the trigonometry was recorded in Egypt and Babylon. Early astronomers used to find out the distance of the stars and planets from the earth. In this chapter, we will study some ratios of the sides of a right triangle with respect to its acute angles called trigonometric ratios of the angles. And with the help of these trigonometric ratios, we will be able to find the height of Qutub Minar and width of the river without actually measuring it. So let us see how we can do that. Now, first of all, we have to learn about the trigonometric ratios. Now, suppose this is a right angle triangle ABC. So, in the right angle triangle ABC, you can see that angle B is 90 degree, right? So, it means to say the sum of angle A and angle C is also equal to 90 because sum of three angles of a triangle is 180. Now, if the sum of angle A and angle C is 90, that means to say that angle A and angle C, they both are acute angles. Now, let us say, now this angle is 90 and the side which is just opposite to 90-degree angle, we call it as the hypotenuse. Now, as you can see here, angle A and angle C both are acute angles. Now, it depends on which angle is given to us, or with respect to which angle we are supposed to find the ratio of the sides. Now, suppose angle C is given to us, that is theta, right? This symbol is known as theta. The side opposite to this angle theta is known as the opposite. And the remaining side, that is BC, is known as the adjacent. Now, we have three sides with us: opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent. We can recognize them very easily. Hypotenuse is always opposite to right angle. The side opposite is always opposite to the acute angle given to us, and the remaining side is called as the adjacent. We can represent them with simple letters: H, that stand for hypotenuse; A, that stand for adjacent; O, that stand for opposite. Now, the ratio of these three sides taken two at a time, we can have six different ratios. What are they? The first ratio is O over H, that is the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse. This is the first ratio. Second ratio can be taken as adjacent over hypotenuse. The third ratio can be taken as opposite over adjacent. Number 4, the ratio of hypotenuse and opposite. Number 5, the ratio of hypotenuse and adjacent. Number 6, the ratio of adjacent over opposite. So that means we have six different ratios with respect to the angle C, that is angle theta. Now, we have given some special names to these ratios. What special names we have given? The first name is sine, S-I-N-E. In short, we call it as SIN. Second ratio is cosine. In short, we call it as COS. Third ratio is tangent. In short, we call it as tan. Fourth ratio is cotangent. We call it as COT, cot. Fifth ratio is secant. In short, we call it as SEC, very first three letters. And the last ratio, we call it as cosecant. In short, we call it as cosecant. COSEC, cosec. Now, how we will define all these ratios? So, here this was the angle theta. This was the hypotenuse, and with respect to this angle theta, this side AB is the opposite and the side BC is the adjacent. So sine, this is the first ratio. sine of the angle theta. It is the ratio of opposite and hypotenuse. So what is opposite? Opposite is AB. And what is hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is AC. Number 2. Second ratio is cos theta, which is the ratio of base, or you can say adjacent, over hypotenuse. Now, adjacent is BC and hypotenuse is AC. Third ratio, which is tangent, tangent of the angle theta. It is the ratio of opposite and adjacent. Now, opposite is AB and adjacent is BC. Fourth ratio, which is cotangent. In short, we call it as cot of angle theta, which is nothing but reciprocal of the tangent theta. That means it is adjacent over opposite, which is equal to BC over AB. Number 5. The fifth ratio is secant of the angle theta, which is nothing but the reciprocal of the ratio cos theta. That means it is hypotenuse over adjacent. Hypotenuse is AC and adjacent is BC. Last ratio, that is cosecant of the angle theta, which is nothing but the reciprocal of the ratio sine theta, that is hypotenuse over opposite. So which is equal to AC over AB. So this is how you see that we have established a relationship between the sides and angles, acute angles of a right angle triangle. And in our next video, we will learn how these trigonometric ratios will help us to find the height of the Qutub Minar and the width of the river. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to subscribe it. Thank you very much. Bye bye. Take care.